a folic acid kale smoothie.
Mmm. What flavor is this?
Gin.
That's it. That's what I'm tasting.
Maya and Joe, it's a pleasure to talk to you both today about the new season of Loot, which is returning back to Apple TV Plus April 3rd. How you two doing?
Good.
Doing well. How are you?
How are you?
I am well. I am well. Yeah, I checked out this season, and once again, you two just continue to have amazing scenes, really setting the tone for each episode. I gotta ask, and I don't know if it's a question to you all or to the Apple folks, but we need the BTS because I need to know outside of what we see, what actually else has occurred between you two. I want to know which one of you have broke the other one out of character first.
I think you've definitely broken
No,
him
it's
out of
probably
character.
on par. I think it's like pretty 50-50. It's like
He can get loose quick and in a perfect way. Like there's just some gems that will I think I've chortled. I think there's like if I'm drinking something, I think it's come out of my nose.
yeah, it is really fun to try and do that. I think like when we fight, that can happen. I think like anytime I have to do something small, like off frame from you when you're just watching me, I will try my best to break you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need that release so Apple get to it. And overall with these two seasons, there's always just a lot of fun and excitement. But to go a little bit on a serious note, because at times I see myself in Joel, and then I have just so much like respect for Molly, because I think on surface layer you just see somebody who's just navigating and trying to make sure everyone's okay. And Joel's a little bit of the same. I think that's why the relationship works in the way it does. I want to know from you two, if you can pinpoint at a particular part of these two seasons, is there ever a measure of self-care with these characters?
Well, this season in particular, I think Molly thinks that that's what she needs for sure. I think she goes to the extreme depths of her idea of self-care, but I do think that she thinks that's going to immediately fix her problems with her ex-husband, John. But I think that they, in a weird way, promote self-care in each other.
Yeah.
I do feel that they love one another so deeply that I think that is part of the relationship, one of the many elements of it. I think there is a deep and true love there between them, and they wear many hats in their relationship and become things for each other, and it's just
There's a
balance
lot
each
of
other out.
nurturing that happens, I think, in
Yeah.
two ways
Mhm.
in that relationship.
Which makes the end of this season, and not to give anything away, but it just makes Nicholas, the character Nicholas, is so much more deep now because there's a really tough decision on the table. And that's where I'm wondering, like, this is that balance between, do I do something for myself or do I continue to, relish in what's happening around? So yeah, the deep parts of this episode, along with all the fun, there's a lot of things that I think folks are going to be able to relate themselves into. Even at times we see Nicholas kind of struggle about, where does he fit in? That's such a heavy and deep thing that across the board everybody kind of deals with. To kind of go back on a lighter note here, we have some additions this season. I'm going to give code names because I'm not giving anything away, but we have Mr. Congeniality and then also the character Grace. Having these additions to this season, what has it been for you two? And obviously you, Maya, working very closely with the two of them.
It was a dream, and I feel like it's so fun now that we've established the show and the characters in the first season. Now we get to play, and so we know all of the characters so well, so we can interact and place everybody in situations. So when you see Molly with Grace, I mean, that relationship also is just such a special one, and so that one really, we had a ball. And I mean, I could have done that forever. And the same thing with Mr. Congeniality. Um, I think it's because, we've also established the show, so it's nice to invite people to our home now and say, this is the sense of humor, this is the vibe of this show, please join us. And having guests that want to come is the best part, because then they're just there to have fun and play. And he was so fun and so great and sweet, and
It's nice when people want to be there too.
Yeah,
It's not just a job. It's
exactly.
like they wanted to be there.
100%, 100%.
Amazing, amazing. Joel and Maya, thank you so much for your time. And folks, you can check out Loop returning for season 2 on Apple TV Plus April 3rd. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank-
Ridiculous.